countries like China, India, South Korea, or Japan usually dominate the conversation. But today, we're looking at a military force that is often underestimated, yet incredibly unique. The Indonesian National Armed Forces, especially its ground force branch known as the Indonesian Army, holds a very special position in the Asian continent. Why? Because Indonesia is not just another country. It is the largest archipelago in the world, made up of more than 17,000 islands. And defending that kind of geography requires a very different kind of army. Let's dive into what makes the Indonesian army so particular in Asia. Section 1. A nation of islands, a different military logic, a 40-30. Indonesia stretches across vital sea lanes between the Indian and Pacific Oceans. Its capital, Jakarta, lies thousands of kilometers away from some of its outer territories. This geography changes everything. Unlike continental powers like China or India, Indonesia cannot rely solely on heavy mechanized divisions. Instead, the Indonesian army must be highly mobile, regionally decentralized, adapted to jungle, mountain, and island warfare. The country's strategic location near the Strait of Malacca, one of the world's busiest shipping lanes, makes national security extremely sensitive. The army must not only defend land borders, but also support naval and air operations across vast maritime zones. Few Asian armies face this kind of geographical complexity. Section 2. The Dual Function Doctrine. One of the most unique aspects of the Indonesian army is its historical political role. Under former President Suharto, the military developed a concept known as dwi fungsi, or dual function. This doctrine meant that the military had both, 1, a defense role, 2, a socio-political role. For decades, army officers held positions in government, parliament, and regional administration. Although Indonesia has reformed significantly since 1998, the legacy of this system still shapes civil-military relations today. Compared to many Asian countries where the army is strictly professionalized or tightly controlled by civilian institutions, Indonesia's military history created a hybrid identity. This political military experience makes it unique in the region. Section 3. Territorial Command Structure. 4. Another distinctive feature is Indonesia's territorial command system. The Indonesian army divides the country into regional military commands known as Kodam. These are spread across major islands like Sumatra, Java, Kalimantan, Papua. This system allows rapid local response to internal threats, separatist movements, and natural disasters. Unlike large Asian armies that focus primarily on conventional warfare against foreign states, Indonesia's army is structured heavily for counterinsurgency, internal stability, disaster response. And in a country prone to earthquakes, tsunamis, and volcanic eruptions, that last role is critical. Section 4. Special Forces Reputation. Indonesia also possesses one of Asia's most respected special forces units, Kopassus. Kopassus is trained in jungle warfare, counterterrorism, hostage rescue, intelligence operations. Because of Indonesia's dense jungles and remote terrain, Kopassus developed expertise in environments where conventional forces struggle. Their experience in regions like Aceh and Papua has shaped them into highly adaptable operators. In Asia, only a handful of special forces units operate regularly in such extreme tropical conditions. Balancing modernization and budget constraints. 730. Unlike China or India, Indonesia does not have unlimited defense spending. The Indonesian army operates a mix of Western, Russian, and domestically produced equipment. For example, Indonesia has cooperated with countries like South Korea, United States, Russia. This multi-source procurement strategy is another particularity. Rather than aligning strictly with one major power bloc, Indonesia maintains a non-aligned defense policy.
Good.
This reflects its broader foreign policy principle of strategic autonomy. In Asia's increasingly polarized security environment, that's quite distinctive. Section 6. Focus on internal stability over external projection. Many Asian powers focus on projecting military power beyond their borders. Indonesia's army, however, remains largely defensive and internally oriented. Its primary missions are maintaining national unity, protecting territorial integrity, supporting civil authorities, This reflects Indonesia's complex ethnic, religious, and regional diversity. The army sees itself not only as a fighting force, but as a guardian of national cohesion. So what makes the Indonesian army unique in Asia? It's not just size or firepower. It's a military built for an archipelago, a history of political influence, a territorial command system unlike most Asian armies, elite jungle special forces, a non-aligned modernization strategy. In a continent dominated by superpowers, Indonesia represents a different model, one shaped by geography, history, and national identity. And as Southeast Asia becomes more strategically important, the Indonesian army will likely play an even greater role in shaping regional stability. If you enjoyed this deep dive into Asian military forces, don't forget to like, subscribe, and comment below. Which country should we analyze next?